All right, that should be enough background programs deleted. Let me see if I can go ahead and find my if I could find my channel first off. View channel. Go to your channel. I gotta find my live stream link. There we go. Let me go and copy that quick. Copy. All right, that's good. Gonna go ahead and post it in the Discord, guys. If you want to join the Discord, go ahead and find a way to message me, and then I'll get you. My email is papadonjohn papadonjohn at gmail.com. That's my like that's my private email, but this is the email I use for all that stuff. So, boom. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Discord is gonna kill me, so I'm just gonna put that in the background. Did I test? All right, now we got the audio back in. Tell them try not to keep messaging me because I'm live streaming. All right, all right, all right, all right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. First thing we're gonna do, open Google Chrome. Let's get to it. We gotta be quick today because I have a few adjustments I have to make before the 8 a.m. candle opens. Um, And there you go. So today is Monday, July 28th. This is the first trading day of the week. And we're looking at forexfactory.com/calendar. This is going to show us all the economic news events that are going to affect the markets in today's trade. As you can see, July 28th has no important news events, but the rest of the week we do have important news events, and we're going to prepare ourselves for these because these get real tricky, especially on Friday. So without further ado, we don't have any news. And what I say every morning is that we don't look at news to make any trading decisions. We look at news to let us know what time we can expect volatility or movement in the markets. Not to say that it's guaranteed because everything in trading is a probability, but it's always good to know what time that movement might come into the markets to either bring us to profit or take us out as a loss, and when spread is gonna increase or decrease, as well as when to avoid trading like bank holidays. That's why I have these filters on. I only trade Euro USD, so I only have Euro and USD click, and I only look at high impact news and then bank holidays. High impact news is where the most volatile movements are going to occur. Not to say markets can't move volatile outside of that time or that news event. And then bank holidays is when I really just look at US bank holidays because that's when around I trade New York time, Eastern Standard Time in the New York session. And that's when like American banks are closed, and then we probably won't see any volatility in the markets, or markets are gonna move weird and probably end up being a loss. So yeah, we're not making any directional bias, no trading bias based off of news. So once we're done with that, I personally open my VPS. So instead of going to the MT5 on my personal computer, I have MT5 on a server somewhere in Australia, Sydney, Australia. The server or the VPS service that I use is gonna be forexvps.com. And what it does is it gives me a virtual computer or a computer on the cloud that hosts my MT5 servers. So because I live in Turks and Caicos, we are Turks and Caicos people residents are prone to experience power outages and internet outages. So it could be from hurricanes, strong winds, or just I don't know, they just be power just turns off sometimes. That's why I trade off of a high power laptop and not a desktop, because you don't want the power to go out and then everything's gone. But I put my all my stuff on a virtual private server. Nah, I'm talking too much. I am talking too much. Give me a second, guys. Let me go ahead and make my adjustments right now because I'll talk after. Hell nah. Risk percentage 1.5, and then I'm a reward 2.5. I'm making that mistake again. Open price buffer stop loss 16. Goes at the end day 12. Use trail. True. Activation at activate. What that means 15 right now. Partial close, false. We're not doing any partial closes, so we ain't gotta worry about that settings. Um, use trail. I'm gonna manually trail it today. Yes, we're gonna leave 1.5, use trail false, partial close false, leave all of these false. I'm gonna be managing my position today. We're gonna be looking for 2.5 to 1, and I'm gonna risk the whole 1.5, and I'm gonna tell you guys why in a second. All right, close. Make sure algo trading is turned on. Make sure the blue hat is on, and then we have this right here. Let me go to my thing, downloads. Come on, come on, come on. Come on for me. All right, so this is this is a $100 account that just keeps fluctuating. I'm gonna see if I can max it out right now. So we're gonna use a 0.09 lot. All right, put an experts list, properties, risk no, I'm gonna use a fixed lot, not risk amount, a fixed lot of 0.09. All right, we need to fix our 0.09. I gotta do the same settings. And then risk reward is gonna be 2 to 1. Stop loss is gonna be, let's give it 16 pips. 16 pip open price buffer, true, true. Use trail, false. Use partial close, false. Let's let that move out. All right. Okay. Close. Our trading is turned on. The blue hat is blue. That's good. And then we got this one. We got 2 more minutes, guys. This is the time to shine. Come on, Jonathan. 0.67 on this one. Properties. Fixed lot. Fixed lot. We're gonna do a 2 to 1. 5/16 pips. True close. False. False. I'm missing something right now. I'm missing fixed lot is gonna be 0.67. All right. So now I gotta double check everything. We okay it first. Properties close. All right, blue hat is on, everything on. There we go. There we go. All right, guys. In the next minute, my MagnOpus EA is going to automatically trade for me. It's gonna place a buy stop and a sell stop. And then it's gonna manage the positions for me right now, in a minute, basically. And I'm gonna explain more to you guys. I just want to make sure everything is running properly, especially on this one right here. Trailing, I gotta manage a trail myself on all of these, huh? All right, guys, you're gonna see some magic happening on 3 accounts. All right, okay. What's up? Shut up. All right. So the first thing that the EA is gonna do is gonna automatically open 2 positions for me: a buy and a sell, 5 pips above and 5 pips below the new ADM candle price, which is gonna open here. You're gonna see this yellow arrow move. Look at the bottom of the screen. You'll be able to see. Let me fix it up for you guys. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll be able to see it place 2 trades. That's good. And it, boom. There we go, guys. Without me touching anything, it has traded for me. It updated the yellow candle here. It indicates the new ADM candle open. Damn, we got into a buy position and we are going, guys. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, I didn't know it was gonna hit a nigga like a bag of bricks. So interestingly enough, okay, what happens is, let's see, this one over leverage. Let's see if this one got into it. Okay, that one got in. This one, let me see if I could buy. What was the lot size? 0.9. Let me try to buy 0.5. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, and then let's try the stop loss is gonna be at 1.16311. probably don't need a stop loss because I'm gonna full send this shit anyways. And I need a TP, which is gonna be 30 pips. You got 5, 10. No, that's 5. That's 15. Around here. Let's put it at 1.16870 for right now. Shit, guys, I didn't know we was gonna move like that. Okay, make sure it deleted all the other orders. All right, guys. So what's gonna happen here is a lot of interesting. All right, I'm gonna make sure that I know my plan first. So what I'm doing on the FTMO 2.5, when we reach a 1-to-1, I am going to trail the position. So once we reach, let me go ahead and put my let me get my calculator out. I didn't expect markets to move that fast though. I ain't gonna lie to you, but did not. I'm not gonna lie. Usually it give a nigga some time to go ahead and do something, but not today, boy. Today we start. All right, guys, let's go ahead and figure out what the fuck we got going on here. Okay, open price is gonna be 1.16566. 1.16566, and then if I'm looking to trail my stop loss, I'm looking for a price to get to 15 pips. We're gonna add 0.0015. It's gonna put us at 1.16716. Let me go ahead and get one of these lines right here. Let's put it at 1.16716. Let's change the color. Like color. So I can see them all. What color do you think I should use? Nah, I don't want to use blue. That's wow, too much blue. Too much green too. Too much red, yellow. That can't possibly be a one. Okay, it is a 1-to-1. That's 15 pips. Yeah. Once price touches this level right here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna trail my stop loss. It's either gonna hit it or not. I need it to go higher. Once price goes a little bit more higher, then I'll trail my stop loss. I do not approve of 100% of what I'm doing right now. Hey, I technically had a plan. I technically had a plan, guys. Technically had a plan. Um, but we're losing connection when you hear that sound. Ah! All right, we're back online. Oh shoot, I got my head on the profit and loss. My bad, guys. There you go. Go ahead and look at the profit and loss. This is what, $100 now? We are up. This is a beautiful, beautiful trade right here. This is one of those trades where it has no drawdown at the bottom, and these are the trades that actually move. As you can see from the volatility, it's moving. But we accepted the risk when we placed the trade, so we know how much we're gonna lose. And we accepted the loss. All the other accounts, if it goes back to my stop loss, we lose everything. This one, I believe we lose about three. No, we lose about 3 grand. If we round it up, we lose about 3 grand. But I highly doubt it. And then we're gonna leave the trade open until about what, 12, 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock is the latest I have the trade open, so I'm gonna let it breathe today. Usually I take a partial close in 5 pips, but right now I'm not into that right now because I have been studying. If you watch my TikTok, if you've been on my Instagram, if you've been on my YouTube, I worked out a playbook, or I'm finishing up a playbook where I figured out all of the possible outcomes that a trade could make. And then I figured out which was, I can't say I figured out, but I'm gonna go ahead and wean out all the probable outcomes versus all the profitable outcomes for winning trades, all the probable outcomes and the least profitable and fastest to lose trades on the losing trades. And possible, probable, and I'm gonna find the best ones to trade, as well as I'm gonna study all the possible outcomes that the markets can make while I'm in the trade, so that when I am trading, I could trade with price action based off of historical data. Instead of just trading based off of my feelings or how I feel, I'll be trading based off of how markets is moving and what I have already recorded the market moves to be and what I'm expecting and what is possible. All right, so right now Marcus is actually giving me time to breathe and figure out what I was doing. Now I have my entry, stop loss, and take profit. Those are set. I did want to trail the position on my FTMO account, and I want to scale into the position with my Blueberry account. Now I do have where I got them. I have them over here. I opened them. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show it to you guys. All right, so that is the first test. We have a second test here. No, this will be, I'll consider this is the first test. We have a second test here, and after here, if we touch that, then it's a losing trade. But I did give my, if you guys notice, if you guys been watching last week, let's see if my boys on online. All right, they're not online. But if you guys have been watching my videos last week, or if you guys want to go back and watch my videos, I figured out in the last 2 weeks I had a horrible time trading, especially FTMO because of spreads and stuff like that. That I had to figure out how to roll my positions, which means that I give it space to breathe. Because of spreads, if I put my positions or my entry points, loss, take profits exactly on the point, I've noticed that I was getting tapped, and by spread I was losing more trades and I wasn't getting into trades. So now my stop loss is 1 pip further, just in case price want to tap it or it spreads. And then my TP is 1 pip closer, so that I get out of the positions just in case it want to tap the price, but spreads doesn't execute my position. I'm gonna try to articulate myself a little bit better when my heartbeat slows down and I could catch my bearings for a second. But let me show you guys my plans for the 2 live accounts. All right, let's go and let's open which one this is. This is the Blueberry Markets account. Let's go check it out. I think we're on different time. Yeah, we are on different time frames. That's fine. All right, the Blueberry Market account had what, 14 bucks in it, right? So I'm like, all right, we got 14 bucks in it. It's either I'm gonna lose all the money in the account, or we're gonna maximize all the potential profit that we could have in the account. And that is not the one I wanted to show you. Where is Blueberry Markets? Right here. All right. So this is the plan right here. Plan provided by ChatGPT. To do, we tried to trade a point 0.9. It didn't let us get into the position, so we had to settle for a 0.05. Then I'm not gonna do no partial close or anything like that. One trigger to the order at 15 plus pips, scaling with a 0.05. Okay, I'm gonna double it then. 15 pips. They should have let me know what price it is, but I could work it out myself. All right, if we entered at 1.16576, 1.16576 plus a 1 to 1 would be 0.155015. That means we're gonna enter a 0.5 at 1.16726. Let's go put pending. New order. pending order, buy stop, 0.5 is the price. Let's go put our pending order at, what the calculator said, 1.16726. 1.16726. And then I want my stop loss to be exactly the same though. At this one, 1.16311 to let the markets breathe. 1.16311. Uh, yeah, we're gonna let the markets breathe, and we're gonna place that, right? Oh yeah, I need to. I could go ahead and put the TP at the same price. Let me go ahead and modify it. My bad. Modify order. Take profit. Take profit gonna be the same as this one, which is gonna be 1.16870. 1.16870. I'm gonna modify. All right, now this is gonna be the blueberry market with $14. Right now, when we get 15 pips in profit, if you look to my left hand side, let me help you guys see. We got a big curve monitor. You'll see I have a buy stop at 1.16726 for a lot size of 0.05. Let me go back over here. All right. You guys like my go ahead and like the live stream, because if y'all don't like the live stream, they're gonna say I'm inactive. Go ahead and at least throw one like or something in that bit. Yeah. So what I'm saying is when we get to a 1-to-1, I'm gonna scale into another position because we have profits that makes margin, and margin gives us space to put in more orders, even though we don't have the physical money. It's gonna be floating profits that we're gonna be using. Now, when markets start going against us, we're gonna be losing twice as fast. So we're gonna need it to go to the TP rather than trying to retrace or mess around. But it's up to the market to do whatever we want. Like I said, we decided to risk the entire thing. So if it goes against us, it goes against us. Now, I do have a plan for this one, which is the $100 account. Wow, let me go ahead and see the PDF for that. Oh, I gotta check my OBS. You know, my camera, you see, I knew it. Camera be going off. Trying to mess up my live stream, gang. Whew, I needed that one, boy. What I'm doing here. This is gonna be the IC markets. This is the PDF. Let me make it fit to screen, and I can bring it over here. All right, so the IC markets, our lot size is 0.67, which executed. That's good. We already did all of these. When price reached 15% profit, we're going to place a 0.34 lot. All right, the execution is supposed to be the same. So let me go ahead and put new order. Pending order. Buy. No, not a sell stop, a buy stop. What is the lot size? The lot size is 0.34. 0.34. The price I'm gonna enter at is I'm not gonna do it. I could do it in my head, but it's better to do it on a calculator. If my entry price right now is 1.16570, 16570, we're gonna add 15 pips to it. 0.015. Since my stop loss is 15 pips, my take profit has to be 15 pips, makes a 1-to-1. And that is gonna give me where I'm gonna scale in 1.16720. 1.16720. And then my stop loss is going to be, I'm gonna put I'm gonna do the same thing. My stop loss is gonna be the same as the original order, which is gonna be 1.16401. I want to ask ChatGPT, should I use it? Because it's gonna tell me no. Should I use the same stop loss, or should I just use a 1-to-1 as well? Let's use the same one for now. Okay, so I'm gonna trust my judgment. All right, so if markets decide to reach a one-to-one, just like I did with the blueberry markets, we're gonna scale into another position using the free margin that we have. Hopefully, it goes to TP, and then we will have max profit, which is gonna be what, about 250%. It has the on ChatGPT, it has the exact numbers of what to make, but yeah. Okay, now we have the position set and everything like that. If I do the FTMO, hey, that'd be crazy, huh? Shit, why not? You know what I'm saying? Shit, why not? What is half the position is gonna be what? 18.2 divided by half. 9.1 lots. All right. Pending order. Buy limit. What is gonna be buy stop? All right. You're gonna do the same thing. Nope. 9 lots. What? 9.1 lot was it? Yeah, 9.1. 9.1 lots. If we entered at 1.16566, and we gotta add 15 pips. 1.16716. Stop loss is going to be the same as here, 1.16401. 1.16401. Oh, 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 oh. Buy stop, and boom. There we go. And then we're gonna see if market's gonna give us that 2-to-1. All right. I'm probably gonna be a little bit, shut up. Not gonna do anything differently. Not gonna do anything differently. All right. So we got our position set on all three of them. The Yeah, I'm not trading or anything like that. So we already got our position set. So we just gotta wait for markets right now. We have until 12. The next thing that I do to not just look at these the entire time is go. I could close out here. You see, I could close this entire thing right here. The program is gonna the computer is gonna stay on in a different country while it frees up some of my computer space on my personal computer. One thing that you don't want to do is click turn off or shut down computer. You shut it down, especially since I have a temporary VPS. I shut it down, it deletes everything. It's thinking that maybe my subscription is over and they're gonna prepare it for another person to get on, so it deletes everything. So you want to make sure that you just exit the VPS and you don't just click shut down. Uh, all right, so I'm gonna go and do some technical analysis. Hello, mama, papa. All right, this is the one. So I do a lot of technical analysis on this, so it's gonna take a while for all of my the MagnOpus template and the MagnOpus trading grids and everything to load up. Yeah, it takes a while. Think we should be done loading here. Oh, we had a beautiful move on what London session? All of this gotta go. All of that gotta go. Let me see. Let me find it. Where in the world are you? Yeah. Okay, I think this is it right here. Let me see if it lights up. Yep, this is it. All right, let's see. Fucking trend lines, though. I was doing something, and I ain't looking too good. Damn it! Delete them hoes. Delete them hoes. And delete them hoes. All right, cool. Clean it up. Now we're gonna go ahead and copy the box over. So the first thing we're gonna do, since we're at the beginning of the trading week, we go ahead and copy the template, the weekly template over all the way over here. Oh yeah, let me leave. I got my second phone, and I'm going to leave it on. I leave it on. Oh shit! I done deleted all of my brokers. I done delete them bitches off. All right, give me a second to go and I'll do that in a second. All right, while I'm gonna do the template first. I'm starving, but that's okay. I've been eating too much starch lately, dog. Too much. Is it starch or wheat? Too much bread lately. Carbs. Too much carbs lately. I've been getting bloated, so I gotta go ahead and burn all them carbs off. And then I'm trying to eat a little bit more clean. Well, a lot more clean. No, bro, I almost ate like what 2 loaves of bread in 3 days. Just making sandwiches and shit like that for no reason. Just like got it in the fridge. All right, now we have transferred over the week. We got the day. We got session one. Let's go ahead and transfer over session doozy. Thief I'm not. Thief I'm not. Thief I'm not. Wait, I get thief I'm not. All right, give me a second, guys, while I do this. All right, so beginning of the week, this is gonna be changed over to day one. And then we don't have an official pip count yet, so we leave that as is. We could go ahead and take this title, drag it over here. This is going to be session one, which is from Sunday 5 p.m. to Monday 5 a.m. And then we could go ahead and measure this range right here. I give it 99 pips. You could say 100, but I round down. Because markets never give you more, they always give you less. So I'm gonna go ahead and put I'm almost behind it. 99 pips. So the range between the highest point and the lowest point in session one, which is Sunday 5 p.m. to Monday 5 a.m., is a total of 99 pips. That's a great session. And then session two hasn't completed yet. Session two is from 5 a.m. Monday 5 a.m. to Monday 5 p.m. That is 12 hours. But I could go ahead and drag this over. I didn't finish. My bad. I ain't finished this one. Go ahead and measure this. Quickly measure this out for you guys. This was a 44 pips. 44. All right, and then I could go ahead and all right, go ahead and build out the MagnOpus trading grid. All right. Mais manger, Tiffany. Wait, did I put this at 8 a.m.? We did at 8 a.m. So we had 8 a.m. over here. Wow, so short. 8:15. You see, every time you do that, especially with it always act weird and giving me the wrong times. Here we go, 5 p.m. right here. No wonder the line was so short. All right, and then we could go ahead and do the we go ahead and do the calculations on the MagnOpus Trading Grid and build the grid out to show me how price action is moving within the grid. So the ADM can open at 1.6 officially at 1.16511. 1.16511. And then copy this over. Now we're gonna update the coordinates of that line to be accurate. We're pretty close. All right. ADM can open at 6511, creating the grid session line, which is the base to all of the subsequent lines that are going to be in the MagnOpus Trading Grid, like the buy stop line, which is going to be a navy line, a navy dash line, which is going to be priced at 5 pips above the 8 a.m. candle open price. If the 8 a.m. candle open price is 1.16511, you're going to add 5 pips, which is 0.0005 expressed in pips on Euro USD. And that is going to give us the coordinates and the title to this line right here. Paste that there. All right, guys, throw me some likes in this mug. Throw me some likes so they don't say I'm inactive. Likes are free. I don't like begging for likes, bro. The only thing I'm asking niggas that for is for so they don't turn off my live stream on TikTok. I ain't gonna be asking and begging for none. No likes, no comment or none of that. Y'all can keep it. If y'all want to give it, keep it. But you can remind people. I noticed that sometimes you just gotta remind them, because sometimes you gotta remind me. I be seeing a video that I like and I appreciate it and it helped me, but sometimes I just once I get the information, I hop off. So I get it. I get it. 26. See, I'm not gonna act too cool. All right, so I need 5 pips below, so I just subtract 1.001, which is 10 pips. So subtract 5 pips, you're back at the 8 a.m. candle open. Subtract another 5 pips, now you're 5 pips below the 8 a.m. candle open, which is where my sell stop is. So you add 5 plus 5, give you 10, and then you go ahead and subtract that. That is my 8:30 alarm, guys. And then we got 1.16461. For my sell, it's pink. I already got it. I already got it colored though. Why did I do? I already got it. I don't know what I'm. Oh, I don't click the wrong line. My bad. All right. For my cell, we use a pink line, and then I'm gonna just update the coordinates here. A bunch of copy and pasting, guys. Not a lot of work. Oh yeah, let me help you guys out. Let me zoom in as well. We gotta help the TikTokers. I have to go ahead and hide this window too. All right, that was a little bit better for you guys, huh? Let's see more. Let me stretch it out for you. And then I am going to draw the first primary lines, bullish and bearish. So taking the 8 a.m. candle open price, which is the grid session line, we're going to clone that over and we're going to add 10 pips. So all the main lines are 10 pips separated from each other. I cloned it again. Well, it ain't gonna hurt to have two. All right, so we're gonna add 10 pips. Now, instead of using the calculator, we're just gonna add to you got the tens, hundreds, thousands place. Just add one, and that's gonna be 10 pips addition, and then update the coordinates. And then I gotta change the color to a dark green to express that we're moving bullish. I gotta change the text color, make sure everything's green, money green, and we are going to do the same thing here. But oh, I already have it copied, so I can go ahead and paste. This is the new line. Oh, this is the one that's below it, so I gotta add one, which is 711. Update the coordinates, paste, and then we are going to paste again. And we are going to change the colors. If you're looking now, we are in profits. We're going to try to touch the first 10 pip line over here. Change the colors. And we got that's cool. We don't need no more. And then we're going to go and do the bearish one right here. I might as well change the color to red now. Red. 1.16511 subtracted by 10 is going to be 1.16411. 1.16411. Paste. What the honey? Yeah, now I'm right. I didn't change the color of this one. All right, thanks for the yeah. Now we talking. Now we talking. Thanks for the likes, man. You silly. Well, I can't pronounce your name. Sorry. All righty. Creating a MagnOpus Trading Grid. I'm on the 15. Let me drop down to the 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put my strike prices. All right. So candle, surprisingly, dog, opens at kind of open. We immediately hit the buy stop, and then we immediately tap the first 10 pips over here. And then we go back to the entry. Now we didn't retest the 8 candle open. We're back over here, so we're fluctuating 10 pips. Let me reset the chart so it looks better. And we are moving bullish, guys. If you guys want to take a look, I don't think I have to go to my I don't have to go to the whatchamacallit, the VPS. I'll just go on my personal computer, and we should be like trying to catch the profits while losing profit, but it wants to move down now. All right, this would be the FTMO right here, and we are in. We up like what, $400? Not a lot. All right, we did retest. No, we retest entry. Nobody cares about that. We retest entry, then we came back up. All right, so we're gonna let markets fluctuate as it can, as you know. And then I have a quick speech. I was trying to have a monologue before I got into the markets, but markets had a different plan in store. So I'm gonna go ahead and monologue now. And then while I'm monologuing, it's gonna try to move bullish on my stupid ass. All right. So let me just open the BPS just in case. All right. We got to give it a second because OBS, my streaming service, takes a lot of computer power, a lot more than I expected. I didn't know streaming was this. Okay, yes, like stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait till you see what we got in store for you. Uh, do, 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 do. All right, let's give a quick review, and then I go ranting on you guys. I'm up $20 on the $100 account, and we are moving now. We are up $2 on the $14 account, and then we are up a grand on the FTMO account, and we are moving higher. All right, now for my rants. All right, today I woke up feeling like I wanted to speak about a specific topic, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So, because of what been happening the last 2 weeks and the way that I trade in general with the partial closes and stuff like that, I realized that in the long term, especially with spread, it's gonna chip away at my account, though I'm gonna get a lot more efficient and better with the execution of my trades. um Let me get closer to the camera. With the execution of my trades, I definitely want to capitalize on the profits that I've been getting. So I traded a specific way for a while now just to see how markets move. I left a lot of money on the table just to see how market move. I believe that if I started to chase the money or capitalize on the money, that I wouldn't focus on price action. I'll be focusing on money. And money is gonna be the way, making a lots of money or losing money, whatever, that's all relative to the markets, that's guaranteed. But the knowledge of price action, execution, trade management, getting in and out of trade psychology, is a lot more important than just the money. The money is gonna come as long as all of those things are in place. Winning and losing is guaranteed in trading. Execution, that's on you. Okay, so the topic for today is: are you willing to lose? So, are you when a lot of people, when they place trades or when they're trading, subconsciously you put a stop loss on, or yeah, consciously you put a stop loss on, but subconsciously you have not accepted the risk of the trade. Oh, and what do I mean by that? When you get into the trade, you think that you're gonna win, you expect to win. Whether you say it or not, your emotions will tell you what you really expect, or what you really think. So when you lose, are you upset, are you sad, are you depressed? Do you make trading decisions, or you start revenge trading or doing things that you shouldn't be doing because of that loss? Or are you happy that you did lose, and that is going to let you know that in the future, or the next trade or the future trades, that it just increases the potential of the winning trade to occur? And then, do you know how much you are losing on the trade? A lot of people, when they're trading, they do proper risk amount, right? Let's say I have $100 account and I risk 50%, and okay, now that's not a good one. Let's have 10. Nah, let's say, or let's do my account, right? I have $200,000 on the FTMO account and I risk 1.5%. Now, 1.5%, I know 1.5% is not going to blow my account, but do I really know how much that is in risk? You get what I'm saying? So when I do lose, and I lose what, 3 grand, around 3 grand, right? Did you really accept that loss of 3 grand, or did you say, okay, I'm just putting a stop loss there because I know I was supposed to put a stop loss there, and but it's more likely than not that I'm gonna close for profit, and that's what the case was with my trading. Because I was taking partial closes, the majority of my trades would be winners. Were they big winners? No. Were they consistent winners? Yes. Did I build the account from 200 to 217,000? Yes. But in the long term, especially with mistakes and market conditions, I never really was able to accept losing trades. Yeah, I had a loss here and there, back to back, and whatever like that. But it's like you really have to internalize. Sometimes you know something, like, let's say you was in class and you understand math. Okay, let me use a different example everyone can understand. If you have parents, especially black parents, they always tell you, like, they always have these little quotes like, you gonna see, or you gonna learn, or the rooster, whatever parable that they tell you. At the moment, you kind of understand what they mean by that, but not until you have an experience, or you grow up, and then it actually hits you, or you actually internalize what it actually meant. And that's what I mean by, did you really accept the loss? For me, I believe that when you're trading, you want to, whenever you place the trade, automatically subtract the loss from the account once that trade is placed, and believe that that is where your account is at that moment. So when the trade does lose, you already internalize the fact that it was a possibility of it losing. Now when it does win, it actually make you feel a lot better, but you won't go through the psychological ups and downs if you actually accepted the loss. not placing the stop loss or placing the trade with a stop loss, but actually accepting that loss. So that's what I noticed that, which was the issue with myself because I'm taking partial closes. Mentally, I'm a winning trader, but even though it's still a profitable strategy, but I have not, I wasn't experienced in losing. That's what I'm trying to get at. I wasn't experienced in losing. So even though I did lose and I was losing and I wasn't making any bad trading decisions for the most part, I never internalized the fact that it was a losing trade. So that's my goal for today and for the week. That's why I'm not partial closing and I'm not doing all these trade management positions to secure the profits because right now I'm on the task of internalizing the loss, accepting the loss. Now, the only thing in trading that is guaranteed, and which also translates to life, the only thing that in trading that's guaranteed is losing trades. You're not guaranteed to win trades. One thing you're definitely guaranteed is to lose money and to lose trades. Once you place a trade based off of the spread, you already lost money. And then the odds of you winning that trade, if depending on your strategy, is always going to be a probability that you're going to lose a trade, and it's always guaranteed that you're going to lose a trade. And then if you practice accepting that loss, then you'll be able to practice to accept winners. So that's I believe that's what was my underlying issue, that I wanted to make as much winners to psychologically not go through the depression or the feeling of losing a trade, but I was leaving a lot of money on the table. I was telling myself, quote unquote, that I'm managing and I'm seeing how the market is moving, but really, I haven't accept losing trades yet. And that's why, like I said, that's what I'm practicing on, and that's why I believe a lot of people should practice on. Now I'm gonna accept the losses and I'm gonna go for every single last dollar of profit that's on the table. Because when I lose the trades, they go for every single last dollar, and sometimes based off a spread, they get even more. So why would I close for partial position if I've seen a lot of trades hit take profit? I've seen a lot of trades go past take profit, go up to 10x multiple times, and I never capitalize on those positions. So what I'm saying is I'm gonna go ahead and accept losses, but not only I'm gonna accept losses, I'm gonna go for every last dollar that they got. Whether if I'm gonna trade properly, but if the account blow, it blow. That's why I have the other accounts like they are right now. If they blow, they blow. And then I'm just gonna keep internalizing that until I the strategy is good. Until I personally have the acceptance of losing and winning, and then how that's gonna affect in my trading is that I'm gonna be able to capitalize on more of the profits, and then not really worry about the losers. That's why I've traded like that for a while, but I believe right now is the time for me to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get every last dollar off the table. And now, how does that translate in life? I believe that everything in trading also translate in life. This one guy, Andre Diaz. You should definitely check out his YouTube. I believe I heard the quote before, but he says it almost every day. The same way you do one thing is the same way you do one thing is the same way that you do everything. And then when you're a real trader and you've been trading for a while now, you will have noticed that trading actually bleeds into your life. So you have to wake up on time, you have to work out, you have to journal, you have to execute your trades the way that you plan, and then whatever else in your life has to be structured and scheduled, just like your trading. You can't expect to be a profitable disciplined trader and don't be a disciplined person in your personal life. It's gonna it permeates through your trading, it permeates through your life. So that's important. And then especially with like taking risks in your life, doing things that you want to do, pursuing your goals, pursuing your dreams. Um have you accepted the loss? Like the only thing in life that is guaranteed is death. Everybody's gonna die sooner or later, right? So why not go for every last bit of your dreams and goals? You know what I'm saying? Or at least try to give it a good shot one time, so at least you can say, all right, I didn't get to my dreams and goals, but I know I put everything on the table. I gave it my entire shot, and you'll be content. You'll be content to work the 9 to 5 or climb the corporate ladder or have a regular life. At least you knew that, oh yeah, I wanted to be a musician or whatever like that, and I did everything I could. I burnt my ship, I left it on the table, and it failed. I told myself I'd give it a shot, and I did. It didn't work out, and then you will be content with living a regular life, or not. Like 50 Cent say, get rich or die trying. Get to your goals or die trying. Be like, all right, this is my goal. This is what I want to do. The only thing that's guaranteed is that I'm gonna die. So if I'm gonna die sooner or later, We never know when we're gonna die. Why not put everything in one basket and go for my goal? Either I'm gonna get it or I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You know what option B is. So why not go for option A? You see, that's what I'm saying, bro. If y'all guys don't like that stream, it's gonna say I'm inactive. Yeah, man. And then on top of that, unfortunately, I live in Jersey because we had an incident where some people had passed away from a senseless shooting, crowd shooting, um a mass shooting, and three people that I believe had nothing to do with it, or at least a two out of three or whatever. I don't think the people had anything to do with it, or there wasn't their time. That they died, unfortunately. And you get what I'm saying? These are all young people under if I'm talking about young people, I don't know their ages, but they're young adults. And they're not gonna have the opportunity to live out their life. And then imagine if they had dreams and goals and they were procrastinating on, not to say that they were, it's just, that they were procrastinating on their dreams and goals and they wasn't able to, now we have retested entry right here. Okay, they was procrastinating on their dreams and goals. And now that they passed away, they're not able to go after it. And then this is places that I go to. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for this trading stuff right here, if I wasn't locked in throughout the weekend, if you can see, I posted. I'm trying to be consistent and post every day and live stream every day. I would have been out there. My friends were out there. The people that I was, if I went out, the people that I was with were out there. And shit, you never know. It could have been my time at that time. And then I'm like, now, if I was over there and I got hit and I didn't chase my dreams, or I wasn't even pursuing chasing my dreams, that'll be fucked up. So I'm like, man, I gotta put it on all night. I gotta full send. I gotta do what I have to do. I gotta put it all on the table and get every single last cent, every single last thing, because when it's time for you to go, it's taking everything. You're gone, you're gone. It ain't purgatory where you can see what's going on. Nah, nigga, it's done. It's over with. So shit, if they taking everything, I'm taking everything. If I put on a stop loss, you taking everything, I'm put on a TP and I'm taking everything. And in trading and stuff like that, sooner or later it's gonna hit TP. Sooner or later I'm gonna get into a winning streak. They're always gonna be, and it's guaranteed that you're gonna have losing streaks. But sooner or later, you're gonna have a win streak. And when that win streak happens, I need every last cent. I'm going for every last cent. And then you're gonna get a plateau buffer where it's gonna be you'll be able to get losing streaks and stuff like that. And and then the winning streak's gonna come back. You will be back in the winning streak. And that's how life is. There's ups and downs to life. It's gonna be times where you're up, everything's going right, the universe is working in your favor, and then there's times where everything's gonna be going wrong, issues that you can't solve. And shit, when them issues come and when those problems come and they come and they don't have no feelings. Your bills don't have no feelings. When your bills hit your bank account, they take every last cent. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? So when you are investing in yourself or you are trying to get somewhere in life, go for every last thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be conservative no more. I'm not trying to take a little bit no more. I'm not trying to be content no more, or just enough not to rock the boat. Nah, I'm going for it all. I need every single last bit. Whether it's trading, whether it's goals, whether whatever it is. I need every last cent. So that was my little rant for the day. I don't know, bro. Some compelled me this morning. That's how I was feeling, man. I was working out like it. Man, when I told you I worked out so hard this morning, it was crazy. I worked out so hard, I think I laid on the floor for like 2 minutes, just breathing, trying to catch my breath. And then when I got up, man, I felt so good because I left it there. You get what I'm saying? I did everything. I put it all on the table. And then now, maybe in a few days or whatever like that, I'll reap the benefits of that. And I want to do that every day. I want to go for it all in everything I do every day. Because shit, like these other people, tomorrow ain't guaranteed for you. It ain't. That shit ain't. So, this might be a losing trade, guys. We are going to the danger zone. We have retested the 8 a.m. candle open. Now we have the pink line, which is gonna be what 10 pips drawdown. And then also we did have we created support right here after this. Let me show you guys instead of Let me go ahead and go to the charts right quick. Should I use this one or should I go to trade? I go to TradingView because if I go to TradingView, I could go ahead and update the price activity that markets have been doing. And then look, man, we got even if we lose today, look at these days. The rest of these days got high impact news, so there's gonna be volatility in markets to go ahead and recoup any of the losses. The live accounts they're over with for sure. And then shit, I'll make another live account. Make another live account every day until I get there. I don't know what I mean. It's just that mentality. I want that mentality in trading. I want that mentality in my life. I want to stick it to itness, whatever it is, whatever that phrase is. All right, let's go. Usually take TradingView a second to load. I need a better process. No, it's all the graphics cards too. I think the graphics card is what's making the difference in my laptop. Even though my laptop has a strong product, this is a $1,000+ laptop, but it's a laptop. It's not a gaming laptop. So I think I have a strong processor, but I don't have a strong graphics card, and the graphics card is doing what should be helping the computer with the streaming and shit. Um, I need that. All right, guys. So let me go ahead and put the next dot. So since price reached this 10 pip line right here, and it goes back to the 8 AM candle open, this is what I call a retest, and this is what I use this double blue line right over here. Now, we have a 15 pip stop loss, so that red line is where we're going to stop out at. And remember, I did roll my stops maybe 1 pip, so even if price just taps it, I won't get out. If I go back into different days, or if you watch my previous videos, you'll see Monday and Thursday. I'm telling you, dog. It was like those days was like it was like, all right, this is Jonathan's day where we're gonna go ahead and go and say fuck them. So they tapped it out the trade, and then markets moved, boom, 50 pips. Nigga be looking for 5 pips. They couldn't give a nigga 5. And then it goes. The trade that I lost $9,000 in. The price never touched it from spread, tapped my buy stop, and then FTMO happened, straight down 9 grand loss. I only was supposed to lose 3 grand, but since spreads was widened, I got triple the amount of loss. Different days happens again. Go back, boom, taps my stop loss, reverses twice last week. I think once every other week. So I was like, what the hell is going on? So I was like, all right, let me make the adjustment. It's not a fluke. Now I'm just gonna roll my stops. Now, if markets move viciously to the downside, right? I'm gonna lose that 1 pip. That's a little bit of insurance that now if markets do tap it on another trade, and when we do that one thing where we go up 50 pips, it'll make up for that 1 pip that I gradually lose by giving that little price buffer to my trades. So yeah. So this is one of the variations that I have been studying. So price can go up 10 pips. So what usually happens, right? I'm gonna tell you what usually happens. What usually happens, I've seen happen over and over again, which is probable, which is one of those probable occasions that I've been studying, is that when price moves up 10 pips and hit my bullish green line, it can reverse and hit the 8 AM candle open. That's considered a retest. And then once it retests that level, it will, I can't say it will, it can continue on forward. That's like, especially when price makes bullish engulfings or bearish engulfings. Once it confirms that engulfing, it retests that level and then it continues moving forward. When markets, I try to say price and markets at the same time. I say markets. When price makes a break of structure, it usually retests that break of structure and then move on. So what you want to do is, or what I'm working on is, giving price enough space to go ahead and retest that break of structure at least one time to continue in the same direction. Now markets could also I call it a double tap, where it will retest the 8 AM candle open, go back up, retest the price line, retest again, and then continue on forward. Or it would Or it would what would it do? Or markets would go to the first bullish price line, bullish or bearish is vice versa when I'm talking about this. But when I talk about scenarios, I talk bullish. But you could vice versa with bearish. Just do it in reverse. So markets go bullish 10 pips, retest 10 pips, go down another 10 pips. This is where we have indication of a reversal. The or you can call it a confirmation of a reversal. It depends. I'm still working on that. I'm gonna call it a confirmation though. But what it will do with is it's gonna go up, retest, go down 10 pips, and that's a reversal. And that's usually how I get stopped out for 15 pips. It totals up to 15 pips, and then go back in the same direction. That's one of the trades I'm gonna try working on, like a re-entry of that. But those are also possible. So now, especially when I was trading with the partial close, I used to hate seeing this where markets would hit my buy stop, we'll go 5 pips in profit, then they'll retest the candle open. I'm like, damn, we're in drawdown, blah, 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 blah. Not giving the markets enough time to breathe, especially my trading stop. My trading stop would not give markets time to breathe at all. But when I was looking at all of the possibilities, the most probable ones and the most profitable ones, they all will have at least one retest of either 80 candle, or if we have been moving bullish, it will go up 10 pips, retest the 10 pip level, and then go back up. Or it will go up 10 pips, retest the 10 pip level or 80 candle open, go back up, retest again, and move back. Or it can definitely go up 10 pips, retest the 10 pips or the 8 candle open, go back down and then continue lower but as a reversal or reverse. You know what I'm saying? So these, like, now I internalize all of the possibilities that the markets can do. When it's retesting and doing all this other stuff, I have no emotion, I have no opinion. And I would let the probabilities play out itself. And then first things first, when you open now, when we're opening the charts and we're placing the trade, the first thing we're gonna do is accept the loss. I already, I'm in the mindset that I already lost. So if I do lose, I mean if I do win, that's a plus. But I have prepared myself, prepared my account for the loss, and I know exactly how much I'm losing. So is no guessing, just not placing trades because blah 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 of a structure or whatever you see in the markets. Yeah, you be winning trades off of that. Yes, you be profitable. Yes, there's a lot of consistently profitable traders that do off of that. But have you really internalized the losses? Now, when that losing streak hits your ass, it doesn't matter how much, whether you was a losing trader for all your life or whether you was a profitable trader that made hundreds of thousands and stuff like that, or millions. I see him on YouTube all the time make millions. But once that losing streak hits your ass, niggas be depressed. Niggas stop posting. You get what I'm saying? People be, all types of, man, sometimes it don't sometimes it really confuses me when I seen people that I've watched trade for years and years and years, trade markets, and then when the markets are in profit or they're in drawdown, you can see the emotion in them. I'm like, bro, haven't you been trading for years though? How can this still move you? After a while, this shouldn't be able to move you. You get what I'm saying? It's a loss, it's a loss. It's a win, it's a win. Nah, because though you do have the skill to make the money, you haven't internalized the fact, the probability, the true probabilities of the markets or the true outcome of the markets. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't never want to be in that position where I'm jittery in front of the computer, whether I'm gonna get a profitable trade or a loss, or I'm not gonna feel no type of way if I lose a trade anymore. I've been there, done that. That stress ain't good for you, especially like I said, what happens in the market happens in your life. You lose that trade, bro. Your perspective of the day is off. You feel bad, you're lethargic, you're not motivated. You get what I'm saying? You slacking, you're not finishing your tasks, you want to stay home, you want to maybe smoke a drink or, make that pain go away. Or when you're winning, you're on an ecstasy, you're on a high. You're doing things, this is you're up and you're on the go. No, there's nothing wrong with that. But that dopamine that you get from that is gonna make you expect that again on the next trade. But now you expect that on the next trade and you get a loss, you feel bad. You get another loss, you feel worse. Man, you could fall into a deep depression. I know a lot of traders have fallen into that type of depression before when you're trading. And it ain't a good feeling. Where the markets control your emotions, a slave to the markets. That ain't it. I'm telling you that ain't it. That is not it. But if you have a carefree, once I place a trade, I know it lost. It loses, so what? Tomorrow's tomorrow. I'm still alive, dog. Still alive to trade another day. There's gonna always be a different opportunity. You're gonna be able to catch one of those monster trades one of these days, sooner or later. You get what I'm saying? Now, there that does come with the thing where try not to over leverage your trades or nothing like that, because you always want to have enough money in the accounts to trade another day. You get what I'm saying? But I already made a decision with those accounts. Those accounts, whatever. But the FTMO account, I won't. I'm not making no BS. I'm not doing no BS like that. I definitely have to use proper risk management and be able to trade another day. And I know these trades are coming. You know what the best part that always motivates me since I've been trading for the last what these last 2 months? It's summer. It's summer. Summer brings market manipulation to the max. Summer brings low liquidity on certain days where markets aren't moving and you don't know what's happening. And then summer brings well, I think that's about it. Low liquidity, BS, right? So once we've gotten out of summer, that's when those big trades are gonna come. You know, those winning streaks are gonna come. Markets are gonna be moving. You'll be in and out of trades quickly. And that's the fun part. So if I could go ahead and be disciplined, I could go ahead and internalize the losses, maximize on profits throughout this summer consolidation. This is summer, I call it summer bullshit. Then when we get into regular market conditions or volatile market conditions, we're gonna be at it. We're gonna be at it because we already been through the trenches. So it's gonna be a cakewalk when we get over to the other side. So yeah. Man, I be trying to talk my ass off and these markets don't be playing. Now because I've taken off my what I did, I've taken off the trailing position and the partial close. I'm gonna be leaving the charts open until like 12. Yeah, before 12 because like I've noticed from my studies that around 12 o'clock, liquidity dropped down from 12 to 5. That's when the market starts bullshitting within like a 10 to 20 pip range. Not all the time though, but for the most part. So I'm gonna look for my trade to either hit stop loss or hit take profit before 12. I might trail my position if we get a good buffer and then wait for the next days to go ahead and start trading. All right, trade, and then we have news and stuff like that. So that's good. Let me check my elbow. My elbow look crazy on the slide stream. Yep, yep. All right, guys. Let me go get something to drink because my mouth is getting parched. I talk too damn much.